Hello, fourth graders. Today for language, we're going to work on page 325 in your textbook, and we're going to do the vocab analogy and the sentence flow that is shown on page 325. Our first word will be the word peril. P-E-R-I-L. In your language journal, you will write the word peril. The definition is chance of harm or loss. The synonym, a word that means exactly the same as peril, so it means chance of harm or loss, is the word danger. The opposite of danger is the antonym safety. The sentence in the book is the narrow road was filled with peril. Since we're doing this on the Weebly in class, I will be able to listen to some of the sentences you've created using the word peril. The analogy, beak is to bird, as snout is to pig. The relationship is part to whole. A part of the bird is the beak. A part of the pig is a snout. If you did not have a chance to put this in your journal, you can push pause, look over page 325, finish filling in all the blanks, and now you're ready for the sentence flow. If this is not on page 325, then you will want to switch to page 326. There is a reference box on page 326 because you're going to see some things different with our sentence flow. We're adding a new pattern. This is actually pattern number 4. You will also see two new parts to our sentence. One is an LV. This is actually a core. Now we have a noun. We have a linking verb, not an action verb, but linking. And the second core part will be the predicate noun. What do we mean by predicate noun? It's behind the subject. It's in the predicate. It has to come behind the linking verb. Let's try one together. Number 2. My aunt and uncle are clowns in a large circus. The first question we're going to ask is, who are clowns in a large circus? The answer is aunt and uncle. This is SN. But did you notice there are 2? Now we're going to go back and add C. For conjunction, the and is the conjunction to show that we have a compound subject. There are 2 people in this sentence who are clowns. Up here we had 1 person who was a clown. Our next sentence question is, what is being said about the aunt and uncle? Well, aunt and uncle are. This is my verb. Notice it's not action. It's a verb that stands by itself. It's a be verb. My aunt and uncle are whom? Clowns. Verify the noun. Does clowns mean the same thing as aunt and uncle? This time our answer is yes. I'm going to add P-R-N to clowns because it is in the predicate and it is a noun. We're going to go back to the verb and add L for linking. It's not action, it's linking. And now we're going to ask, whose aunt and uncle are they? They're my aunt and uncle. There's my PPA. Some of you are still putting adjectives on top of a pronoun. It is an adjective, but it's a pronoun adjective. So we want to put the PPA on top of that. We're going to continue our flow by finding any preps, and I do see 1. In is a prep. So we're going to ask ourselves the question, in what? It's circus, object of the prep. We're going to ask ourselves the question, what kind of a circus? large circus. This is an adjective. Do we have any articles? Yes. A is an article. And now we're going to put our pattern. SN, LV, PRN, pattern 4. And we'll do our skill check. Did we mark the L for the linking verb? Yes. Are there any prep phrases? Yes. Parentheses around in a large circus. That is a prepositional phrase. Our in-mark flow has a period. This is a statement, so we're going to put D for declarative. Go back to the verb, divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. And when you do make that slash, you might want to check, did your PRN come behind the linking verb? If it did not, it's probably not a PRN P4 pattern. Is this sentence natural or inverted order? This sentence is natural. No change. Now we're ready for sentence number 3. That large book on the shelf is a dictionary. Our first question is, what is a dictionary? The answer is book. SN. What is being said about the book? Be careful for your answer here. The book is verb. You really have to have your be verbs memorized. Is, am, are, was, were, be, being, been. You will use them a lot when you're doing pattern 4. The book is what? Dictionary. Verify the noun. Does dictionary mean the same thing as a book? Yes. PRN. Go back to the verb and add L for linking. We're going to ask ourselves a couple questions about this book. What kind of a book? A large book. Adjective. Which book? That book. Another adjective. Did you see the preposition? On is a preposition. On what? Shelf. That's the object of the preposition. How are you doing so far? You're almost done. I see some articles. The is an article adjective. A is an article adjective. Our pattern is SN, LV, PRN, P4 pattern. Now you're ready for the skill check. Did you put the L on your verb for linking verb? Yes. Did you find the prep phrase? On the shelf, parentheses, prepositional phrase. This sentence ends with a period. It is a statement. It is a declarative sentence. Go back to the verb. Divide the complete subject from the complete predicate. Is this sentence in natural or inverted order? Natural. No change. How did you do? You might want to go back and reread your reference box 159 on page 326 to remind yourself what makes a good pattern 4 sentence. The predicate noun is located in the predicate, and it means the same thing as the subject noun, the simple subject. The predicate noun is located after the linking verb, and it is labeled PRN. If it's a pronoun, it's a PRP. It is also known as a predicate nominative. Here's a big word for you. To find a predicate noun or pronoun, ask what or who after the verb. A linking verb is a verb that expresses a state of being. It is not an action verb. Our linking verbs, am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been. Here's a few others we've never heard before. Appear, become, feel, grow, look, remain, seen, smell, sound, and taste. Those are inside your box on page 326. And a pattern for sentence has a subject noun, a linking verb, and a predicate noun for the core. And our label will be SNLV, PRN, P4.